Welcome back, Silent Hill fans. We have another episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to talk about here on Primetime Crisis. And okay, we're picking up where we left off, where Eli exposed himself as the big super evil villain, and Robbie and the gang are trying to run away from him as he's exploding the crystal energy warpy CGI thingy. Oh, and apparently it looks like that Robbie, Coulson, and Fitz are all dead, but they're all trapped in the other world. Very Silent Hill-ish, kind of, sort of. And it's cool because we have the first few scenes as they naturally run, and then we go back and we realize that the three characters have been hanging around in those scenes. They just couldn't be seen because they're trapped in the other world. And they're trying to figure out how to get out. They really have no clue. And that's when they have this book, and it's the Darkhold book or something like that. That's when they release it. They decide. May brings the book to ex-Hydra scientist and Ada, and hopes that maybe he can uncover it or something like that. And he's like, no, my name is Paul. This is between y'all. And Ada brings up the fact that, hey, I'm like a robot and stuff. I can do this. And this is a little bit of a surprise, of course, to Meish, who had no idea that Ada was an android. So it's actually a pretty good idea. If you're going to have somebody read the Evil from Hellspawn book, maybe it might be a good idea to have a robot do it. But of course, that brings about our friends. They are able to escape, as well as Robbie. And one of the coolest things in the episode is Ghost Rider wants out. He wants to go get Eli. He's not happy about being stuck in the other world, so he literally jumps from Robbie's body into Max through, doesn't matter what dimension he's in, he can escape. That was pretty cool, and he is in Max's body. So he can continue on his Terminator-like mission of ending this guy. So that's when we get the fight at the end with Robbie and Mac, and they're trying to get the control of Ghost Rider back. And let's see, the episode kind of ends with a little bit of a question mark on Ada. Like, has she been permanently marked by evil? Is this evil within this android? I have to say, I was a little surprised about that turn of events. I really didn't see that coming. I saw Ada totally sacrificing herself for some reason, and this looks like it. Will she be possessed and turned evil, or what's going on? I did have that prediction of Fitz falling in love with her and stupidly messing up his relationship with Simmons, which I don't know. That's still not out for me. That could still happen. It's just the stupidest thing is going to break them up, and I just know it. Maybe it's this, maybe it's something else, but there will be something remarkably dumb that's going to do it. And we have the wonderful scene. We take advantage of the fact that they're in scenes that the others can't see them. So Fitz overhears Jeffrey talking on the phone to the senator, kind of letting him in on the fact that Jeffrey's up to something. Although Jeffrey doesn't really sound too menacing and evil when he's talking to her, so maybe he is doing this. Maybe he's doing what he's doing because he has to. Maybe he is in a bad situation. This show can pull that kind of bait and switch kind of stuff, where you think somebody's obviously evil because they're doing this, and maybe he's kind of, I don't know, maybe the senator has something on him that he can't just punch his way around. So we'll see about that. I like this episode overall, although to be honest, this episode was kind of the weakest of the most recent episodes. Possibly because there didn't really seem to be any reason to stretch things out. And I think that's probably my biggest qualm with the episode is it feels like the way this was paced, and not much happens in this episode, where, we're kind of pushing back. The big conclusion is probably next episode. There's no reason why it couldn't happen in this episode. So yeah, it just feels like another kind of like spacer where you know, this series tends to have padded episodes where there's one thing that everybody's mad about and everybody's trying to get around, and it's, I don't know, it's an action sequence or scene tops, and they are able to pull it into a whole episode. Oh, so yeah, I mean, this episode does feel like it's padding. It's not bad though, and really cool stuff with Ghost Rider as always. He saves every episode he's in, so the show's gonna be kind of a drag if he leaves. Just saying. But what did you, the viewers at home, think? You can remark below, and if you've never seen Geekvolution, feel free to subscribe or like. And hey, I have a channel too. It's called The Real Manos. I talk about other stuff. So I'm gonna get out of here, and we'll be talking to you next time. So push the button, Lindsay.
Pushing yourself.
Oh, that's right. She's over there working.